In today's video, you're going to get to learn about PVD powder coating, white lettering on tires, as well as learning about a new car cover. Hello everybody and welcome to Classic Car ChitChat. My name is Kevin. I am thrilled that you're joining me here today in my part of the world, which is Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. The weather has finally improved. Spring has sprung, as they say. You can hear the birds in the background. You can probably hear the bell of a GO train right here in Streetsville that is going to be passing by pretty darn soon. But anyway, let me keep going. So I am so happy because I've had some work done to my car. For those of you with a keen eye may have noticed that I have shinier rims than normal. And in addition, I've got some lettering on my tires as well. So let me tell you about this. There is a company in Toronto called Union Rim. They do this process called PVD powder coating, which is the closest thing you can get to chrome plating, but it's basically powder coating. It is so cool. As you can see from the rims, they look so sharp now. And me being a little bit difficult, I also wanted gloss black as well as chrome silver. So they were able to do it in a two-stage process for me, specifically for me, and I am so thrilled. And if you're interested in learning more about powder coating with Union Rim, there's a link in the description where you can learn more about it. Mention Classic Car ChitChat and you may even get a discount. In addition, I wanted to get a new set of tires for my MG, and my particular tire size now, unfortunately in a 14-inch, it's very hard to find tires with white lettering, and I have a thing about white lettering. I thought about getting a white wall, but somehow it just didn't quite suit this car, and I thought the next best thing is maybe I'll do the white lettering. There is a company in the US, amazing people, called TredWear. They make lettering for all kinds of tires, including custom lettering. So of course I went with the custom route as well, and I had these beautiful letters made, and I made a bit of a video on the application process of that as well. Bit of a tutorial if you're interested in applying custom lettering or even the standard lettering. If you have BF Goodrich as an example and you want to put lettering on that, they have the standard fonts and everything else. You just have to provide your tire rim size and they can basically get all that information for you delivered right to your home. Okay, so that's another option you have out there. In addition, I received a gift from a company called carcovers.com. They sent me a custom cover for my little MG. It is amazing. It has a beautiful soft finish on the inside that touches the paint, and in addition on the outside is this gorgeous silk finish as well. It looks great. It's really cool, and I'll give you a look at that as well, a little bit of a closer look. What else was I going to say? In addition, I thought we'll take a little bit of a drive around and take some video of me doing a little bit of a cruise in my MG now that spring is here. So without further ado, let's hop in, let's go for a drive, and let's check out my little MG and its modifications. Let's take a look at these rims. So as you can see, look at that. It is very much chrome-like. You would not think that that is actually powder coated. It is called PVD coating. How stunning is that? And the black part in there, as you can see, is again powder coated in a gloss black finish. There are, obviously on my rims, they are old. I don't have my covers on there. But as you can see, there is a little bit of pitting. There's a little bit of stuff going on, but it's not too bad. It hasn't rusted out. But here you can get a really good look at the quality of the workmanship and how chrome-like this actually looks. So I am so thrilled with what they've actually been able to achieve with that. Here you get a closer look at my lettering. So again, look at that. So I was able to customize it to show exactly what I wanted, which is Classic Car ChitChat, and there you go. And that is custom lettering from TredWear, and they're able to create any kind of lettering you like. And as I mentioned, if you have standard lettering that you'd rather use, so if in this case these are Toyo tires, I could have used just the standard Toyo, but I thought, you know what, let's try this out. I've applied it, it's easy to apply. I made a little bit of a video on how to do the application specifically for a custom application, and hopefully it'll make it a little bit easier for you. But as you can see, it turned out beautifully. It's like it belongs there. And it's a little bit of a process, doesn't take too long, but it's actually fun to do. But I am just so happy with my rims. How pretty is that? And there's the front ones. As you can see, I'll get out the light. Look at that. Just the way it picks up the sun. Very impressive. Okay, I am really excited. I'm standing outside of this place, Union Rim, right here in North York, Toronto, getting ready to pick up my rims. They've been here for a few weeks now. I was getting them powder coated in this PVD coating, two-tone with my gloss black and chrome, and I'm excited to see what they're turning out like. I thought, come with me, let's have a look, and we'll discover together. Oh my God. You're gonna make me cry, my friend.
Just missing the beauty ring and then you're good to go.
Oh, she's beautiful. Oh my God. How long have you been doing this? Tell me about your business. What do you do?
So we do rim refinishing. We straighten rims, cracked, repair, hydrographics, PVD chrome like Kevin's here. A lot of two-tones we do, and we've been in business since 2008.
And this is Union Rim.
Yes.
And what got you into this business?
Long story short, I didn't like school, so we had to do something.
Me neither.
So we had to do something, and here we are.
Oh my God, and these are all the examples of what you can create?
Some of the little examples, yeah.
So this two-tone thing is a bit of a headache, I get it,
It
right?
is, yeah.
So you have to do it twice.
Yeah, pretty much.
So how do you do it? You do the chrome first?
Yeah, so we did the chrome first, and then we ended up doing, try to do it all by powder, and then we did a little bit of taping here and there on the little edges.
Yes.
To try to get it as perfect as possible.
Amazing.
And I think it turned out almost perfect.
Oh my God, you're gonna make me cry. Seriously, John, this is beautiful. I am so impressed.
I hope you enjoy it. Enjoy
Totally,
the summer.
I'm telling all my friends to come to Union Rim. This is the place.
That's good.
So what? So this is basically what I got.
Yes.
And this is PVD.
Yes.
Powder coating, which is the closest thing to chrome.
Correct. It's a new way of chroming things now. For wheels and even a lot of automotive parts inside your vehicle are always PVD chromed.
Amazing. And there's, I mean, obviously there's variations in terms of the type
Correct.
of finish you can get as well.
You can do black chrome, you can do a tinted chrome, and then the regular powder coating and
That's
the
beautiful.
hyper silvers, matte finish. It's unlimited, really. Unlimited.
It's gorgeous. I am so impressed.
It's good to hear.
It's long worth the wait for me.
Yes.
So thank you for that. John,
Yes.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Kevin.
All right.
Thank
Take
you
care,
very
man.
much.
All right.
Take care.
All right, let me walk you through what I did based on some of the videos that I've seen on how best to go about putting the tire stickers on. So when I ordered my stickers, so here's what I ordered. Obviously, Classic Car Chit and Chat. Now, you notice that they're already on a curve. So the option you have for an extra $6, and I think it's well worth it rather than trying to do it yourself, is that based on your actual tire size, and you input all this information into the actual website, what you get is the perfect curve for your specific tire. So in my case, depending again on your tire size, they will customize it for you. So mine was 185/70 R14. So with that 14-inch radius, they're able to create this precisely for you. So what I also then did was, just to make my life a little bit easier, I kind of took Forgive me, I'm trying to do this by propping the camera up. But I kind of just took the edge off of here, so I had a clean edge to work with that I could map specifically with the curve or one of the lines on the tire. Just made it a little bit easier for me to manage rather than trying to work through it all. I didn't want to take off the entire sticker because it comes in really handy to hold together the actual stickers. And the other thing, yes, I'm wearing gloves. You will definitely need gloves because the glue that they give you is incredible. So you will get one container of glue, and this is a special bonding glue. So here's what it looks like. It is designed specifically for this, made by TredWear, and it does bond pretty damn quickly, so you get to see that as well. So as I said, first things first, I found it easier just to take, in my case, the bottom edge. For you, it might be the top edge. If you just trim it off, the whole aligning process becomes a little bit simpler. So let me do that to the rest, and then I'll show you the rest of my process. So here's really the next step. So what I did was, if you look at the tire here, I know that my lettering is going to fit, and I use this bottom curve on the actual tire itself to help guide it. And it's pretty impressive that their curvature that they've created is really bang on. But you notice that at the end here, I've cut this at the precise angle that I want, and I've cut it on this end as well. You'll kind of see why a little bit later, but what I used in my case, just to make sure every tire is kind of done in the same way, I tried to find the spot where there were the least amount of writing, and you can see these little nubs sticking out. So you really have to remove that to help with the bonding of the actual glue. So I'll show you what I did, but basically by cutting it at an angle, I'm using the O in the Toyo as my guide, and I kind of started my lettering just after that, just to make it a little bit more easier for me to make it consistent. So in order to kind of remove these stubs, you don't have to do such a good job, but with the sandpaper that they provide, you basically just give it a bit of a sanding. So you want to try and remove as much as you can, just to try and minimize the amount of nubs that are there. Like, you don't have to remove it all. I just found that it helps a little bit. If you can get rid of some of it, it just may help with the bonding a little bit easier. So you just need to kind of scuff it up a bit. What I noticed that even on these areas that are slightly higher and raised, it will still do a pretty good job in terms of adhering to that. And as you can see, it's picking up some of that rubber from there. So basically I do that on the part that I'm putting the label on, just to make that whole process a little bit easier. So I'm going to do both sides as well. So hang on a second. So that's that part, and then the other part is over here. Okay, so let's go back here. So as you can see, I've tried to remove most of the nubs, kind of roughed it up a bit on both sides. You kind of get a little bit of that. The next part I think is the most important part, and that is actually cleaning now the tires with the alcohol. So I've got a bit of an old rag, and you kind of see how this works. So I've got my gloves on because I didn't want to get my other gloves dirty. So basically this removes any of the dirt, the dust, and the debris from the sanding down process. You want to try and remove some of that in order to get that proper adhesion between the lettering and, again, on both sides. We do that. So hang on a second. There we go. On this side as well. Right. You can see it's coming out black, which is really some of the dirt. And although these are brand new tires, you still get this. And especially because they are brand new, there are some oils and things already on there. So that's one rag. I'm going to do it again with a clean rag. So hang on. Okay, so this time, this is a lint-free cloth I'm using with alcohol again. trying to give it another little clean. Obviously, my tires are not installed on the car, which makes life so much easier. I'd suggest you do it like this if you can. You don't have to. I think you can do it while the tire is on the vehicle as well. I've seen lots of videos of people doing it like that. Seems to be fine, so it's not an issue. But I just felt, because I hadn't quite installed them on my MG yet, it just makes it a little bit easier and less bending down for me. So, okay, so that's basically the next step. It's sort of clean as I can get it. And now basically I'm going to start applying the actual stickers to the tires. Okay, so now we're getting ready for the next part. So what I've done here is that I've taken some masking tape, just kind of pre-cut it. It's not precise, it doesn't matter. It's just going to help hold things down. And I also have a little bit of electrical tape that actually worked out to be the perfect thing for me in terms of the right amount of spacing that I was after. So here's basically the next step. What you do is you take your lettering that you're going to be using, and again, so for me it's going to start here just after that O. Seems to work well for me. So I'm just going to show you, basically you kind of place it there the way you want it. What happens is, because again with the extra $6 they've already cut this, you remove the white film, all the letters are in the right order, in the right curvature, because it gets a little bit complicated sometimes, especially because certain letters lean in a certain direction. I just want to put it in approximately the right place. I don't want to press it down too hard, because this clear tape is actually a decent tape. So here's kind of what I did. So I placed it roughly where I want it. I know that we can start with, let's say, here. So I taped it down here. So that's sort of part way through my lettering. Again, I'm just using tape for that for now, just to kind of hold these in position temporarily. Okay, so the next step is, what I found easiest is you sort of lean this backwards and you can start applying some of the glue. So again, you take a bit of that tire adhesive, what's applied to you, and you literally very, very lightly would kind of start applying that glue. And you don't need a lot. You just want to spread it out a bit. And I started with the inner letter because I kind of work from the center out because it's such a long word. But you kind of just put that on there. You want to cover as much of it as you can, particularly in some of the sharper edges. You don't want it to lift off. And if it does, you just apply a little bit more extra glue. You just kind of go through everything. So again, not really difficult to do, but you just got to take your time. I don't think if it's too hot, it's a good idea. I'm doing this in my garage. It's cold outside, and it's like 12, 15 degrees. No, maybe not 15, but like 12 degrees in here, I think. I don't know what the hell my thermometer is, but anyway, it's not exactly hot, but this way, I think the application process goes a little bit more smoothly. So basically, I've covered more or less the area that I want to cover. Seal this thing back up again. Next is carefully, I just want to take this, and it was the letter A that I did, and put it in the position using that little curved line in between, and I just want to press it down and hold it there for a couple of seconds. So I found the magic number for me seemed to be about 10 to 15 seconds, and I just kind of rub it and make sure that all the areas, especially the corners, are kind of getting a good amount of glue. And if I see a little bit of glue penetrating out, I kind of know that it's probably stuck pretty well. So as I say, it doesn't take too long to hold it. That's all you sort of need. Then what I did with the others is that I just kind of taped this down to let it sit and hold it in its place, just using the masking tape, so it's just easier to remove, and this way that letter A is now held in place. Similarly, I would work on my next letter. So if I kind of peel this back again and work my way to the other side. Again, I would just apply a little bit of glue here and make sure I get all the edges, particularly when they're like long, thin edges. I think it's important to make sure you get to the end. I haven't really found that it to be too much of an issue, even if it sort of pops out. Sorry, when I say pop out, I mean if it doesn't stick really that well, or some of the glue oozes out, it's not really that visible. So I think it's okay. And again, seal that up, and then carefully, again using that line, fold that over, holding that down, and now my second letter is in place. So again, hold it, squeeze it, especially the corners, push out as much of the glue that I possibly can, and sort of just hold it down for 10-15 seconds, try and get it to adhere as best as I can. This is where having the tape already cut comes in pretty handy, because then you just kind of do that as opposed to fiddling around with it and trying to get some tape ready at the same time, particularly if you're doing it by yourself. If you've got a couple of people helping, well, not a couple, but if you have a helper, let's say, it just makes that little thing a bit easier. But it's as simple as that. Similarly, I would go to my next letter, which is the C, which is really the first letter, if you will. Same thing, I want to just go through, add my glue to this. I don't know what the hell this rubber compound glue is, but it really does work very, very well so far. No issues. And even from some of the reviews I've seen, and hence I wanted to get this particular product because it did have such great reviews and an amazing customer service as well. And I certainly recommend it. And you don't have to do custom letters. If you wanted to put in whatever lettering you have on your standard tires, they already have the fonts and everything else, so you can do that too. And again, I would just press that down. This is the last letter on this side, and then I'll kind of work on the other side. So just hold it, press it down, try and get all the edges in, and you can see a little bit of it oozing out there again. So okay, so now I'm going to work on the other half. So I started over there. So basically what I'm going to do, if I move this back, I don't want to disturb the letters I've already stuck. I'm going to start with the letter S over here and sort of maintain that curve. So just again, apply the glue. All right, so I put the letters in for Classic. I'm going to remove the tape, set that aside. You reuse some of this. Right, and then the next part is kind of cool. Wonderful. All right, so now what I want to do is peel away the plastic. Now, because it's already kind of sticky, it's a little helpful, I find, if you just have a little sharp knife. Just don't make a hole in your tire. Just helps to kind of lift the edge. And then you kind of peel it back. As you can see, the lettuce, you see how that just kind of popped up a bit, but it works pretty good all the way through. And then every now and again you kind of see some of the edges, but I just go through afterwards with some tape and stick back anything that might have sort of popped up. Again, I always worry about these smaller, like the extension on the L there, but it seems to have stuck nicely. And there we go. So that is the first letter, or the first word rather. Then, this is my little handy tape. I found that this for me seemed to be about the right distance, so I just kind of put it at the same angle as the last letter C there. And in order to put the word Classic now, I kind of use that as a guide. So now the next lettering would go there. So same process, I undo it, without trying to touch the sticky part too much. Just kind of place it in about the right position, using that arc here to seem to align. I just want to kind of tack it in place here. Alrighty, so here we go. All 4 are done. I'm just going to let them sit now, and I'll give them a little bit of a clean later on. And then they are ready to install in my car. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. This is really a great product. Very easy to do. Honestly, just pay the extra $6, let them map it out for you. Save you a lot more hassle in the long run. And really all you need is the 70% alcohol. And if you don't use it all up, you can always drink the stuff. That's what I did. All right, thank you. look at this car cover. I am so thrilled with it. This was gifted to me by a company called carcover.com. The link, if you're interested, is in the description for my video as well. And if you put in the code, you'll even get a discount as well. But the material is absolutely beautiful. It's custom made for my car, which is incredible when you think about it. The material is so soft. The exterior is like this gorgeous, I'm not sure what it is, but it is designed for the interior. And look at that. It's a lovely felt kind of finish on the inside that can definitely protect the car. It even has the ability to strap it if you needed to from underneath, but it really does cover the car beautifully as well. So I am so thrilled with what they had sent me, and what an amazing company, incredible customer service as well. So remember, carcover.com, check them out in the description. In today's video, you're going to get to see my brand new powder coated rims, my leather tiring, and a new car cover. In today's video, you're going to get to see my beautiful powder coated rims, my tire lettering, and a gorgeous car cover. In today's video, you're going to get to see my absolutely gorgeous rims. In today's video, you're going to get to see my absolutely gorgeous rims, my tire lettering, and my car cover. Hello everybody and welcome to Classic Car ChitChat. My name is Kevin. If this is the first time you're coming to my channel, then welcome. I really appreciate you being here today. Today I'm really excited. Spring has sprung, finally in Ontario, my part of the world anyway. I've got my little MGB out and I've had some work done to it. As many of you know, I've always dreamt about wire wheels, but they're so costly, and my second option was to look at what else is there that I can do. So I found a place right here in Toronto called Union Rim, and they make powder coated rims. So they will take your rims, powder coat them, and this is a substance called PVD coating, which gives it a chrome-like finish. Mine was a little bit extra special, and the people there were just amazing, and they were able to do a two-tone chrome silver as well as gloss black, and then coat the entire surface. So this is what I'm going to show you today. We'll take a closer look at it. In addition, the challenge I had was that my particular tire size for my MG, it was very hard to get now tires with white lettering. Certainly in a bigger tire size, they're very readily available. However, for my little tiny tires, not an option. So my second thought was, well, why don't I create my own tires? So there is a company out there that caters just to people like me. It is called TredWear. Out of the States, an incredible organization. They really helped me as well with doing all these things. In addition, hello everybody and welcome to Classic Car ChitChat. My name is Kevin. I am so excited that you're joining me today. I am thrilled once... Hello everybody, welcome to Classic Car ChitChat. My name is Kevin. I am thrilled today. Spring has finally sprung here in Ontario. I've got my little MG out and I've had some work done to it. I've always dreamt about wire wheels for my MG, but with the cost of what they are, I thought I just couldn't justify spending that kind of money. My second option is that I thought, is there a powder coating option? And certainly there is. There is a company right here in Toronto called Union Rim. They were able to take my tires, Hello everybody and welcome to Classic Car ChitChat. My name is Kevin. Hello everybody and welcome to Classic Car ChitChat. My name is Kevin. I am thrilled that you can join me today. Today, spring has sprung, finally in my part of Ontario, and I have got my little MG out and I've had some work done to it. For those of you with a keen eye may have noticed that my rims look a little bit sparklier than normal. This is because I found a company right here in Toronto called Union Rim that does powder coating. They use something called PVD coating, and we'll take certainly a closer look at it. And what they're able to do is replicate chrome. Me being a little bit special, I wanted to have both chrome and gloss black, so they were able to do that for me. It's a lot of work for them, but I truly appreciated what they did, and they did an incredible job. There is also a link on the description below. You can certainly reach out to Union Rim, mention Classic Car ChitChat, and you may even get a discount. In addition, the challenge I also had was that when I had to get my tires changed, I could not find tires for my particular size of car that actually had white lettering. I have a thing about white lettering on tires. I thought about the white walls, that is an option. It didn't really appeal to me for whatever reason, so I thought, you know what else can I do out there? So I discovered a company called TredWear. They are able to make custom lettering for your car, or if you have a stock car, and if you have Pirelli, for example, they have the standard lettering that you can apply to your car. I'll walk you through that process in terms of exactly how I did that, so you get a closer look at that whole thing. And if you're thinking about applying custom lettering yourself, I've got some tips on you for that as well. There is also a link on my description for TredWear. Again, mention my classic car and you'll also get an additional discount. To top things up, what I also received was a gift from Car Covers Canada. And this company was able to give me a beautiful car cover, and you'll get a closer look at it. In addition, what made this thing a little bit sweeter again was I received a gift from a company called Car Covers. There is a link on my description as to where to get a hold of them, and they were kind enough to send me a beautiful car cover. It is so gorgeous. You get to see it closely as well. It's absolutely beautiful and fits my car like a glove. So, without further ado, let's hop in. In addition, I received a gift. There is a company called carcovers.com. They were kind enough to send me a custom car cover exactly made for my little MGB. It's absolutely beautiful. It's got a gorgeous interior finish. It's so soft and subtle, and the exterior is this beautiful satin look to it. You'll get a closer look at that as well. But again, if you are interested in getting a car cover that is customized for your vehicle, check out my description for a link, and you'll also get a discount as well. So, without further ado, let's hop in, let's go for a drive, and let's check out my beautiful rims, my lettering, and my car cover.